Hey, Chet's Crow and other viewers. Going back to my roots today with an actual funny ha-ha story. And just a note on that, I'm going to give up the funny, weird stories, so my funny stories from now on will only be funny ha-ha stories. Because the last one of the funny, weird stories I put up, it only got like 19 views overnight, so, and the next day when I done the review, I got like 40 views in the first 11 hours. So, message received. I guess they're not the greatest ideas. Something I wanted to try, and I guess they're just not very popular. So I'm just gonna cut them out. So from now on, when you hear me say I got a funny story, it'll mean that I got a funny ha-ha story, not funny weird. And so anyway, this is funny ha-ha story. So, back in around 89, 90, I would have been 14, 15 years old. And my brother at the time had, it was like a racing four-wheel. It was yellow, and I think it had a blue seat. I don't know if it was a Suzuki or a Yamaha. But anyway, and I wasn't supposed to take out the four-wheeler unless my brother was there to give me permission, or my parents were home, and my parents and my brother, neither one of them was home, and my friend, one of my friends called up, and that lived up in Scotttown, and they had like this place that they used to drive their wheelers and stuff a lot just off the side of the road, and they almost made like a homemade track out of it, like it had routes. You can go around in a circle and figure eights and stuff like that, and one side of it was kind of swampy, and the other side was pretty good. You could just drive around without no trouble at all. So, but I never got to drive with them that much because I didn't have a four-wheeler, and I was a little. We were all around the same age, but I didn't have a four-wheel. My brother did. So anyway, but I said, this is my chance. My parents and my brother ain't home. I'm going to grab my brother's four-wheeler, and I'm going to run up and drive around with my friends and cousins. So anyway, man, I jumped on that thing and I was gone. So anyway, drove up to Scotttown. I was just kind of putting her along there because the bike was probably a little too powerful for me at the time. So, but I was taking her easy and being careful. So I got up there and got up to the place where you go off the side of the road to go down in there. In order to get into where the homemade track was, you had to kind of drive down over the side of the road and to get into it. So anyway, I watched a couple of my cousins and one of my friends go in, and I said, yep. I said, oh man, I can do that just as good as they can. So anyway, I drove down over the side and started in, and just as I started to go in, I ended up going in on the swampy side, and they knew where all the big holes was that wasn't safe to drive into, but I didn't. So anyway, just as I come down over the side of the bank and started maybe 5 to 10 feet into the track, my friend hollered out, watch out for the... But it was too late. I hit her right into the handlebars. So anyway, man, I was freaking out. I was like, oh man, I'm not even supposed to have this bike, and here I got her stuck right up to the handlebars. What are we gonna do? So anyway, my cousin, my friend, he had a smaller three-wheeler. That was a pretty funny story to start with. It was like a CT 70, I think, and it was like really small for him, but he drove it around because that was what he had, and man, he used to bum around on that. He even had like a little song made up, CT 70. He was like, but anyway, it was funny. He hooked onto it and he couldn't budge it with that little bike. So anyway, one of my cousins there, he had a full-size big red Honda Big Red 3-wheeler, so he hooked onto it too. And the two of them there, after a while, they got her hauled out. But anyway, the wheeler was just dripping with old swamp mud, and it was full right up to the, like I say, partial of the engine and up over the front headlight and everything. So anyway, I said, man, I got to get this home and clean this up before Mom and Dad and Jamie comes home. So anyway, I took her home, and I took her out by the corner of the field and took the garden hose out, and I cleaned her all off there with the garden hose. And I kind of let it drip off there for a bit, and then I took it and parked it right back where it was, so nobody would know that I ever had it. And I don't know if I ever did tell my brother or my parents that I had ever done that. So, but I guess my mother and my brother, if they watch this video, they're gonna know it now. But anyway, like I say, I just wanted to share that. Just wanted to have an old funny story there. That I know I haven't done one in a while, and so I wanted to get back to the funny ha-ha stories. And like I say, the funny weird stories, I think I'm just going to deep six them because they don't seem to be very popular. But with that, I'll say, remember, if you can't laugh with me, laugh at me, but keep laughing. Have a nice day. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider dropping a like. And if you'd like to become a member of Chet's crew, it's very simple and it doesn't cost a cent. Just hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to help me grow the channel, please consider sharing the video on other forms of social media. It helps the channel out very much. Thank you, and have a nice day.